everyone, it's Lindy from Stitch and Lindy. I am doing kind of an impromptu recipe video. My husband showed me a video on YouTube, or not YouTube, it was on Facebook, one of those videos that randomly shows a recipe starting to go and just their hands are going. So I've started doing it today and I thought I better do a video on this because this is going to be pretty neat. So bear with me, I am just throwing this video together because I wasn't even planning on doing a video. So I am prepping these ingredients as I go. So the recipe is sweet potato lasagna. I'm very interested. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I actually don't like lasagna. I don't know what it is. I don't like lasagna at all. But since I started making my zucchini lasagna, I really like it. I made a zucchini and an eggplant lasagna. So this is a new one for me. So I am going to try this. I haven't prepped my sweet potato yet, so bear with me as I go. As of right now, I have my oven preheated to 350. I have extra lean ground chicken cooking on the stove. Again, you can do turkey if you'd prefer turkey or beef, but just make sure that you are pointing that out accordingly. I've got onions chopped up and sauteing in the pan with the meat, and I just chopped up my mushrooms. What's the matter, baby? Steve French wants some attention. Hey, you want to be on the video? Can you say hi? Say hi. Mwah. Okay, you go play. Mr. Steve French always needs attention. So I've got mushrooms and onions, and I'm going to add in some pepper. So I'm just doing a sauce like a regular lasagna or spaghetti sauce. And then I need to prep these sweet potatoes. I don't know how easy that's going to be to cut the sweet potatoes. So apparently you don't need to boil them, you just put them in raw and you bake it. I actually probably should have started this a little bit earlier because I'm pretty sure you bake it longer than an hour. So I need to double check that recipe again. There's going to be some editing in this video because I'm going to have to pause and go back to that recipe. But so I have my mushrooms, onions, and ground chicken sauteing in there. I'm going to add some red and orange peppers to that. I'm going to let that saute, and then I'm going to prep my sweet potatoes. So you just slice them very, very thinly. I need to check out that video because I can't remember if they took the skin off or not. I guess I can just peel it and start putting them through my mandolin, but so that is what I'm going to work on now. I'm going to finish putting all my veggies back put them into this pot and saute them. So I've got peppers, onions, mushrooms, and extra lean ground chicken sauteing in the pan. I'll add some spices, my regular ground, pepper and garlic powder. I will add that, saute that, and I will prep my sweet potato. So I will be back to show you what they look like. All right, so I am back. So I've gotten my meat, my vegetables, and everything all sauteed, and I've added in a can of tomato sauce. So I've shown quite a few times before, I use the No Name tomato sauce. This has nothing in it. It's 0 points for half a cup as per the app. And I'm just starting to slice up my sweet potato. So I'm going to show you this, but I'll probably speed up the video just because it's a long process. So I'm using this on my mandolin. Always make sure that you use a guard with these, especially with the sweet potatoes, because they do, I know it sounds gross, but they are kind of slimy, so your hand can slip very easily. So these are how they're coming out. So it's almost like as thin as a lasagna noodle. So this is going to be great because these are going to be so sweet. I have just peeled, so I did peel mine, 2 sweet potatoes, and I'm just going to slice these up. So I'm going to do these quickly now. And then I can start layering it and show you what else that we have to add to it. So far I have tried zucchini lasagna and eggplant lasagna. What other lasagnas have you guys tried? Has anybody tried the sweet potato lasagna? I still have to point this out to see what the points are going to be, but I don't think it's going to be all that high because you're using only 2 sweet potatoes for the entire meal. So I don't think it's going to be too high. You get quite a bit out of the 1 sweet potato, so we will see. All right, this is getting too thin now. All right, so that's actually quite a bit that we get out of the 1 sweet potato. So I'm gonna just keep slicing this and then I'll be back once I'm done slicing them. Okay, I think we've got everything ready here. So I'm gonna just tip you down. So we're gonna start constructing this. So here is the sauce after it's been made. So that's your extra lean ground chicken, any of your veggies that you want. I added mushrooms, bell peppers, onions, and then a can of tomato sauce, which I always use the no-name tomato sauce. Half a cup of this is 0 points. And just some garlic powder and pepper and a little bit of Parmesan and herb clubhouse seasoning. So you're just gonna start doing this like a regular lasagna. So I sprayed my pan with olive oil spray. So I'm just gonna throw a little bit on the bottom. And then here's our sweet potatoes. So I'm gonna layer these. And these are thin, so you can layer them as thick as you want, or just a thin layer. However you would like it. So I grated up or sliced up 1.5 large sweet potatoes, and I got quite a bit out of it. So, and I've got 1 cup of ricotta cheese. And I'm just gonna spread this throughout the layers. If you use less, that's fine. Just make sure that you are repointing if you make any changes. So I am just adding, this is 1 cup for the entire thing that I'm gonna spread out. So throughout the all the layers. Okay. And I've got partially skimmed mozzarella cheese. Sorry, you're bouncing. I have 150 grams, so I'm just gonna spread that out over the layers. You can add more or less cheese, however you like it. I just don't want any more added points. So I pointed this out. So if you get 8 portions out of this, which I don't see any problem doing that in this, especially with this size of a pan. If you wanted higher, you could go with a smaller pan, but you'd probably only get 4 portions out of a smaller pan. And but with getting 8 portions out of this pan, it works out to be 5 points a serving, which I don't find bad at all. You could eliminate the ricotta if you wanted to and just go with the partially skimmed. You could go with a little bit less cheese, but I think this is pretty good, having your sweet potato lasagna. I think it's a pretty good count. So I'm just going to continue layering this. If you wanted to add more ricotta, totally up to you. I'm just doing it in dollops and spreading it a bit, but however you want to do it. I know a lot of people do add Parmesan cheese to the ricotta, or an egg even with it. I didn't, just because I'm just using basic ingredients, and I don't want to add the added points with the Parmesan cheese either, so. If anybody's tried this, let me know what you thought of this. I can't remember what the actual Facebook page was, but it was just one of those random videos that pops up with cooking videos on it on Facebook. So 1.5 sweet potatoes was more than enough. I still have tons left sitting there. Okay, I'm just gonna add some more sweet potato up top here. So it's actually, you'd probably get away with just doing one sweet potato, which would cut down the points big time. Well, I mean, I think it was 8 points for one sweet potato. So, pretty good. 8 points divided by 8 servings, that's only 1 point. And then it's just your ricotta and your cheese. So I'd say I'd probably cut it down to about 3 points a serving if you're using only one, maybe even less. So not bad at all. Pair this with a salad. That's what I'm going to do tonight. Pair it with a salad. All right, we're not fancy, but we are there. Add the rest of our cheese, and I am going to cover this with tin foil, bake it in the oven at 350 for, I'm gonna say 45 minutes to an hour, because it's potato that you're still cooking, right? I mean, it is thinner, but there we go. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes to an hour, give or take. I'm just gonna watch it. Again, I'm gonna cover it with tin foil, so just to make sure that the moisture is locked in. So I will be back. I'll let you know how long I cooked it for, and then we'll show you how it looks after it's done. Hey guys, so we are done. This cooked for an hour at 350. So I'm about to try it. I'll let you know how I like it. I'm thinking it will be good because it's nice and sweet. So 5 points a serving if you get 8 servings out of this. You can change it up a little bit if you need to, but I think it's pretty low as it is. So I'm gonna serve this with salad as well. So that's it. Let me know if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and tap the bell button to be notified of any new videos. Thanks for watching.